So you get a tilt, swivel, height, and pivot. Netcruzer Tech. We're doing a tech unboxing. MSI G2422P eSports gaming monitor, IPS 170Hz 1 millisecond response time, gray to gray, and a nice height adjusting and tilting stand. So I just opened up the box now. And a piece of tape here. I'll lay it down to pull it out, and we'll look at it in a minute. But the accessories that I first pulled out of the box as soon as I opened it up was the power supply. Here's the power supply. And a DVI cable. Looks kind of short, around probably 4 feet or less. So I thought that going ahead. So I went out and got a 6.6 foot 2-meter cable just to make sure I can reach the monitor to the computer for where we're going upstairs, because we're crossing over another monitor, and then the power cable. Oh, yeah, that's what happened. So the handles lock the foam in. So you have to make sure you've got to flip out your handles on the boxes first to slide it out. The box acts as the lock. Okay. And pamphlet. Base of stand and thumb screws, 4 thumb screws in the base of the stand. Nice heavy base. Nice heavy base metal with a little thumb screw thing. And metal base there. Okay, so the back of the monitor is just upside down here. Installation instructions are to basically take it out of the foam, flip it around, put the base together. So 2 thumb screws on the bottom. It kind of clicks in. They miss showing the click in part. To me, the most important part of the instructions is missing, which is they never show how you put the stand in the back. It's fairly evident, but still, some people need all the instructions they can get. So it would go down like this. If it's the other way, in the G2422P, something to note is that those screws I was mentioning, these thumb screws, are actually not for putting the base on. These are optional for a screw mount Visa riser if you need it. Here's the screws for the back of this, and then the bottom, the base, is the toolless kind of flip it with your hand style. These are the screws for the base. These ones. It's just that one step away from being toolless to install. I really wish that those 2 screws were either a thumb screw or additional clips, because having these 2 screws, I'm going to have to go and get a screwdriver. All right, the stand is screwed on, and I was just kind of dry fitting the power. So yeah, this is the barrel connector from the power supply, and this connection here is kind of crunchy. Don't really like it. It kind of gets bunged up there. Don't just stop that far in. You got to go all the way down in. So keep pushing. And then a display port. I'm not going to use the HDMIs. I'm just going to run display port for now, and that's a audio jack. And another peel. Here it is, first boot up. It fired right up and Windows detected it as of 2422P, and it set its refresh rate to 165 Hertz, and it's up and running. It's a little warm though. So now I need to play through the menus, because just the shade of all of the windows are a little bit, I don't know, a little bit brownish to me. So I'm going to go through the on-screen display. The on-screen display is the very nice 5-way toggle that's on the back of here. One of the other reasons I wanted to get this monitor is because it has a very nice knurled joystick knob for controlling everything. Makes going through on-screen display menus so much more pleasant. It's just so much more intuitive. You know exactly where to go. Even just to do any of these type of navigations with the little D-pad one is much worse. So here's all the settings. It immediately shows me I'm in Pro mode, Eco mode. Adaptive sync is off. I'm plugged into this desktop here. That's a RX 6800 GPU on DisplayPort. So yeah, I need to familiarize myself with all the menus, play around with it, and then I'll come back on my recommended settings. Nice. Okay, this is kind of wild how it changes from the different modes. So this is the default mode, gaming, game mode user. FPS sharpens everything crazy up. Racing adds a sepia tone and sharpens everything even more. Real-time strategy is quite soft, somewhat pleasant. RPG is darkened even more. I imagine user customizations will get it best, but RPG and RTS look the nicest to me, just out of the box. Probably RPG. Down in the next menu is the professional menu in Pro Mode. I'm going to click it and see what it enables. Oh, it just brings you over here. So Eco Mode, sRGB, locks it to sRGB. Okay, so instead of the gaming profiles, now there are 6 more Pro Mode presets. A lot of presets on this, nice. User looks pretty good. Pro Mode user. I'll have to swap back and forth between that and gaming RTS and Pro Mode user and see what I like more. Something that's very important to know is I was doing this review late at night at 11 p.m. and so Windows had turned on its auto low light. So that's why everything was yellowy. So careful when you're doing calibrations at night. Turn your night light off. I'm currently in sRGB mode. So you'll see here in a moment that it's getting much less yellowy. Pro Mode, sRGB mode. Night mode off. So it's definitely worth it to get it in the P variant because the P variant gives you the adjustable tilt stand. So that's all the way down, all the way up. And when you're all the way up, you can tilt it to the right. Windows doesn't auto adjust. You have to flip it manually. Also, this one goes both ways. So you can also go left as well. Try not to unplug things when you do it. Anyway, it can go left as well. That was me manhandling it. I turned it off because the power button is on this side. Anyway, it does tilt both ways as well as it swivels. So you get a tilt, swivel, height, and pivot stand. All for pretty much included in the price if you can find a P. I got this on a very good deal, Boxing Day 2023.